lot of producers look at hardware synthesizers and assume the real value is the physical experience. The knobs, the lights, the beautiful object sitting beside the computer. And that is part of it, but it's not enough. A hardware synth has to earn its place in the studio by helping you make clearer musical decisions faster and with a sound that feels intentional instead of just impressive for a few minutes. For ambient music, that becomes even more important because ambient is not just about finding a big pad and covering it in reverb, it's about movement, depth, restraint, tone, and the way a sound can slowly reveal itself over time. This is where the Groove Synthesis Third Wave 8M becomes really interesting because it's not just a compact version of a powerful synth. It's a serious studio instrument that can move between long evolving drones, glassy wavetable textures, analog style warmth, FM detail, sampling, plucks, sequences, and layered atmospheres without feeling scattered. So in this video, I want to take a look at why the Third Wave 8M makes so much sense for ambient producers in particular, and why it could be a very strong first step into hardware synthesis for someone who wants one serious instrument instead of a room full of half solutions. We're going to look at how its synthesis engine, modulation, sequencer, and analog filters come together to create sounds that do not just sound good on their own, but actually support the emotional architecture of a track. Anyway, thanks for being here, and let's dive in. Okay, so this is the Third Wave 8M. This is an advanced wavetable synthesizer from Groove Synthesis. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this is such a great synthesizer choice, especially for ambient music, so you guys can utilize this synth and these techniques in your own productions. You know, I get asked all the time that people ask me, hey, Science, what's better, hardware or software? Well, undoubtedly hardware is probably a better choice if you want that really good, pure, analog style sound. However, not all hardware is created equal. And you know, the Third Wave 8M makes a great case for one of the best, you know, starting synthesizers, especially for hardware, you know, that you can buy today. So I'm going to show you exactly why this is such a great synth, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people do ask me that question and they're wondering, how do I take my sound to the next level? Well, the Third Wave 8M would be a great place to start. So you can see here that we've got 3 oscillators on this thing. It's multi-timbral. You can run 2 parts at the same time. It's really powerful. So let's go ahead and just play this. So you can hear, like, you know, we got the voices all spreading around. We got a dedicated pan spread button right here. This is great, right? But like I said, you know, you've got 3 different oscillators, and those oscillators can be set to a multitude of things. You've got the PPG wavetables in there. You've got the user wavetables, which are more like serum wavetables. It's got analog wavetables, and it even has sampling. All right. So let's go ahead and make something out of this thing. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's just do like a pad here to start. You can see you got a beautiful screen here on the 8M. I love this. So let's go ahead and add some attacks, some decay, sustain and release. Love that, right? And let's click on oscillator 1 here, and you can see that I can kind of offset, move through the table. This is the PPG-style wavetable, so it gets really bright and gritty as you get up towards the top, all right? Let's add a second oscillator here. I'll turn up the level of this oscillator. And we'll use one of the user wavetables. Let's pick, I don't know, burble. How about that? Right? Okay. Let's leave the offset around 30, and then we'll add another wavetable, maybe a nice square. And let's go to, actually, let's do it one of the user wavetables. This Buchla, there we go. And there's a dedicated button, which I really love. I really love this little touch here called Wave Surfer. And Wave Surfer is like a macro for global offset of all these wavetables. So you can use the Wave Surfer button to kind of scroll through all of the offsets at once, which is really nice, right? Gives you a good perspective. You could probably modulate that. I'm sure you can, right? But I mean, listen to what this sounds like with reverb. Already, with the Wave Surfer. I mean, my goodness. Oh, so nice. And like I said, I mean, this thing, I mean, it really is like a fantastic package they put together. You've got 3 oscillators, it's got 8 voices, it's got 2 parts. But think about this, every key press can have, you know, 1 voice, but that's 3 oscillators per voice. So it's almost like having a 24 voice synthesizer inside of a little box that sounds really good, and it's got analog filtering. So let's continue. All right, so we've got the Wave Surfer going on, that's cool. Let's listen to the filter here. This is the analog filter, the analog low pass. I'll turn up the resonance. Listen to this. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely fantastic, right? So you can hear right away. Oh yeah. When people talk about that analog warmth or that analog goodness, this is where the high precision, you know, wavetable meets analog filtering right here. All right, so let's continue on with the feature sets here. Like I said, we've got analog filter, digital filter, state variable. We've got 4 LFOs in here. We've got multiple envelopes to do whatever you want with. But one unique feature that I really love about the Third Wave 8M is it's got a wave envelope, which means that every single oscillator, 1, 2, and 3, has its own dedicated envelope that scans through the offset if you're using a wavetable oscillator type, which is really amazing. I've never seen any other synthesizer that can do this. So let me show you what it's all about. So let's go ahead and just play. You can hear this is our pad we got started, right? But if I click on wave envelope, this gives you access to 3 different envelopes per, you know, voice basically. And each one of them can scan through the wavetable in its own unique shape. And of course you can edit that. So I'm gonna click envelopes to wavetables. And now you can hear got a little more organic movement happening here. You hear that? You can adjust the position here, the time value, right? You can copy them, move them around. Like, you can adjust each position. Like, this is really interesting. You can hear, let me just go ahead and turn off our analog filter. We've got some movement happening, you know, there's like motion under the surface. So this synthesizer can be really organic in some really unique ways. So I just absolutely love this. Let's go ahead and turn on the filter again. We'll turn up our reverb. Oh yeah. Now let's go ahead and explore the modulation options here. We'll click on mod here and you've got a full dedicated mod matrix. So those of you who are familiar with like Serum too and Vital, things like that. It's all there for you. So let's go ahead and choose the source as LFO1. The destination is going to be, you actually have a destination assigned, so I can say destination assign. We'll assign it to the low pass cutoff. That's exactly what I want. We'll turn down the amount, and then we'll go over here and click on LFO. And now you can see we've got LFO controls here. We can choose sine, pulse, square, triangle, all the shapes here. So let's go ahead and choose assign and lower the frequency down. Oh yeah, nice and slow, right? These also can be set to sync. So if you're syncing this up to your DAW, you can do the whole amounts, 8 bars, 16 bars, whatever. Oh yeah, just right there though. Let's turn up the resonance. Oh yeah, fantastic. So you combine those wave envelopes with some natural, you know, LFO movement. I mean, this is just a fantastic sounding piece of kit here. Let's go and adjust the main volume. Oh yeah. Add some pan spread to it. Very nice. It's got unison in here. Like I said, you got filter envelope as well as the, let's go ahead and adjust this. Filters are in series. I just want to make that clear. So the state variable filter goes into the low pass filter. So it's always going to be shaped by the low pass analog filter, which is really nice. I mean, I just love the sound, especially for ambient. This is exactly what you're looking for. So like I said throughout this entire video, the 8M is a fantastic sounding synthesizer. Like it really just does sound good. And to me, it's like a step above, you know, what you get in like Vital or Pigments or even Serum to some extent, because, you know, you do have that analog filter on board. So in front of us, I've built sort of a starter track out of, you know, the 8M here. And as you can hear, it sounds really good. I mean, that's just the 8M, right? Up here at the top, we've got our pad that we made earlier in the video. Beautiful sounding with all those wave envelopes moving around, right? And then here I've got a patch from the factory library called Zukunften, which I assume is like a relation to some German band here. Very analog sounding, kind of deep bass sound, right? And then I've got this beautiful patch here called Lunar Cycles from the factory library again. Just providing some like ear candy to the whole thing, kind of balancing it all out. Oh yeah, that's so good. And as you know with hardware, like you have to be very methodical, right? You have to, you know, record every part, you know, one by one, but that's kind of the fun of it. And once you get in the flow of using a hardware synthesizer like the Third Wave 8M, it becomes almost second nature to you, right? So let's go ahead and take a look one more time at the 8M. Other features here, we do have effects on board. It's got flanger, distortion pedal, ring mod, which can be really great for like deep, dark drones, especially combine that with the dual filters here. If you go to Effect 2, you can actually have a really nice super plate reverb here and the concert hall. So all the reverbs are found on Effect 2 over here. Other features, it's got a built-in sequencer on board. So like you can have like these phrases and do like some phrase sequencing. that's cool. It's got its own arpeggiator on board, which is really nice. So I'll give you an example here. I found a really cool patch called Fun Wheel over here. So listen to what this sounds like on top of our existing track here. Oh yeah. Let's turn up the mod wheel. Oh yeah. Really nice stuff, right? Again, that's using the arpeggiator. Let's slow it down to 70 beats per minute. Of course, you got all the, the modes, random, up, down, down. You can assign it. Love this thing. Right? So if you combine all these features, the multiple envelopes, the multiple oscillators, the analog, you can even record your own wavetables in this thing, right? The sampling, which is really cool. So if you got samples, you can just load them up onto your 8M and have some really cool, ambience or even full drum kits. Like some of the presets have full drum kits and stuff. Like I've never seen a synthesizer that does this much. And I think that's why the 8M exists. I mean, because they do have the other models, the 18 voice version, the 24 voice version. But the 8M is just that perfect starting point, Like if you're really ready to jump up from the soft synth world into the hardware world, I just can't recommend a better synthesizer to do that with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you now see why Groove Synthesis has really just kind of set the bar for all hardware synthesizers. They've come out with this is like their third product or something, and just said, hey, this is, this is the 8M, right? Because the other versions of this synthesizer have way more voices, a little more power under the hood, but this is like, here you go, the 8M. So I'm really excited about this. There was a lot of other great videos online, a lot of great praise for the synthesizer, and now you can see, for good reason, right? This synth really does what it says, and it makes a compelling case why you'd want to jump into hardware, especially if you're doing like ambient music, drone music, chill music. This could be the key to unlock it all for you moving forward. So anyway, I want to thank Groove Synthesis for sponsoring this video. It's been super fun to make, and I look forward to using more of their products in the future. I mean, these guys are a really small company, but wow, fantastic stuff. And thanks again for watching. Let me know your thoughts about this synth down below in the comments. I love reading your guys' comments because, we don't do much hardware here on the channel, but this is something very special. Anyway, I'll be back again soon with more videos like this one. Thank you again for watching, and in the meantime, take good care, and as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. I am Chris from Signs of Life, and I'll see you guys in the next video.